I've been talking to some of the guys, and they said from day one, at least they're saying this, that they've had that feeling and confidence that this is where they would be this time of the year through the preparation, that even though the high good times and low times where you guys weren't playing so well, that ultimately you guys would be at this point. Is that pretty much what you feel from them and what you've been preaching to them all year long?
Yeah, well, what we said to them is that it was important to have a good start to the season, which we felt like we did, and then a good end to the season, and that there was going to be peaks and valleys throughout the middle of the season. That's just the way it is in sports, and it's important to get off to a good start and a good finish, and I feel like we've done that. We feel like from day one our roster was a good roster. We had a lot of good players that were brought in when we had some injuries and lost players to season-ending injuries. The guys that came in to replace them, we felt like were good fits to our team. And we felt like at the beginning of the season that we had a group together that if everything went the way it could, that we would have a chance to play for a championship. And that's what seems to have happened.
You've played 3 solid games in the playoffs so far. Minnesota, another opponent. How do you approach this game and hoping to get a result up there in Minnesota and, of course, in turn come back here and play well?
Yeah, it's tough because Minnesota, they're playing well, and they knocked off Tampa, who was playing very well at the end of the year, and then they knocked off the number 1 seed and arguably the best team in the league, at least through the regular season, in Carolina. So they have a lot of confidence. They have a lot of good players. They're playing really well right now, so it's going to be a tough match for us to go up there and get a result. But at the same time, we have to keep building on what we've been doing in the playoffs. And like you said, we've had 3 very positive results, and the mindset doesn't change. We're going into Minnesota to try and win the game, and if that means managing the game towards the end, if it's 0-0 and we have to take the 0-0 tie, then we take it. If it's 4-4 and we have to take a 4-4 tie, we take that. But at the same time, it's just about going up there and getting a positive result, knowing that we come home on the 29th and we'll have a good crowd and hopefully have a chance to win a championship in front of our home fans.
When you see me, you know everything. Red and yellow, red and yellow, red and yellow, red and yellow.